Are you willing to give up everything to fight injustice? Are you willing to sacrifice your freedom, your family, your future? Nelson Mandela faced this question again and again, and every time his answer was the same: yes. He dedicated his life to fighting apartheid in South Africa, enduring years of persecution, living in hiding, and spending nearly 3 decades behind prison walls. Far away, in the rolling green hills of South Africa, there was a small village, simple, peaceful, a place where children ran freely under the open sky. This was where Mandela was born. As a boy, he didn't dream of changing the world. He chased cattle through the fields, laughed with his friends, and listened to the elders tell stories by the fire. Life was gentle, but life was about to change. When he was just a child, his father passed away, and suddenly the world felt different. He left his home and went to live with a royal family. There, in a place called the Great Place, he watched leaders solve problems, but something caught his attention. The leader did not shout, he did not command, he listened. Long, patient, silent listening. And then he guided people. That lesson stayed deep inside him. Years later, Mandela traveled to the city of Johannesburg, and for the first time, he saw injustice. People who looked like him were treated as less. They needed permission to move. They had no voice in their own country. It was quiet at first, but inside him, something began to grow. A question: is this right? And then a decision. Mandela chose to fight, not with anger, but with courage. He joined others who believed in freedom. Together, they spoke out. They marched. They protested. They dreamed of a country where everyone was equal. But the system they faced was powerful. It had a name: apartheid. The more Mandela spoke, the more dangerous he became. To the government, he was a threat. And so, they came for him. He was arrested, put on trial. The courtroom was silent as he stood and spoke, not to defend himself, but to defend an idea, a dream of equality. And he said something the world would never forget. He was prepared to die for it. Instead of death, he was given life in prison and taken to a lonely island, surrounded by cold water and endless silence. His cell was small, bare walls, hard floor. Days turned into years, years into decades. He broke rocks under the sun, while the world outside kept moving. He missed funerals, he missed birthdays, he missed life itself. But something incredible happened. He did not break. In that prison, Mandela became stronger, not in body, but in spirit. He learned patience, he learned discipline, and most importantly, he learned forgiveness, even toward those who kept him locked away. Outside the prison, his name began to spread. People across the world started to speak it. Students, leaders, nations. They all said the same words: "Free Mandela." And slowly, the pressure grew. Then one day, after 27 long years, the door opened. Mandela stepped out, older, slower, but unbroken. The world watched in silence. Would he be angry? Would he seek revenge? No, he chose something else: peace. Mandela didn't fight for revenge, he fought for unity, for healing, for a future where enemies could become partners. And just a few years later, something unbelievable happened. The man who once sat in a prison cell became the president of his country, a country now free, a country now equal. As the night grows quiet and your eyes begin to close, remember this: strength is not loud, it is not fast, it does not rush. True strength is calm, it waits, it endures, it continues, even in darkness, just like Mandela did. And as you drift into sleep, carry this thought with you: even the longest struggle can lead to freedom, step by step, day by day. And if this story stayed with you tonight, take a quiet moment to like this video, follow for more peaceful bedtime stories, and share it with someone who may need a little hope before sleep. Good night,